Hey, we're Broken World Entertainment, and that Mad Max sequel, The Wasteland, doesn't look like it's going to be getting a green light anytime soon, based off of Furiosa's box office disaster that is happening with this movie. Now, we know that George Miller has said he wants to do this Mad Max follow-up that's actually a prequel to Furiosa. That's right, he wants to do a prequel to a prequel that's actually a sequel to Thunderdome. I know it just gets confusing at this stage, but it tells the story of Max leading up to Furiosa. Who wants to see that? Nobody. We want Mel Gibson back as a badass Mad Max. That's what we want. We don't want different actor, younger version of Max again. No. But by the looks of it, Warner Brothers isn't too enthusiastic about pressing the go on a new Mad Max movie. Now, it should also be noted that while George Miller discussed before Furiosa came out, saying, while we were working on Fury Road, we wrote a script of a Mad Max movie, like for Mad Max himself. Right after Furiosa comes out, he changed that to, I want to do another Furiosa story. So where in the hell he is with all this, don't know. But there is an article that we're going to look at about there possibly being no more in this franchise. And why would you? For starters, I cannot believe they spent $160 million on Furiosa. Especially when you watch it, you're like, where did that money go? And then it's doing horrendous at the box office. Just nobody cares about a Mad Max movie with no Mad Max. So let's have a look at this anyway. So it says Furiosa's box office underperformance may put the brakes on Mad Max The Wasteland. So George Miller's Mad Max Fury Road prequel Furiosa has not been performing well in the theatres since it went on release last Friday, and unless there's a drastic improvement in box office takings, this could spell doom for the legendary filmmaker's plans for a follow-up. Furiosa took in a disappointing $35 million domestically for the 4-day Memorial Day weekend. No, it didn't. It brought in less than that. And amassed only slightly better $40 million overseas for a running global total of $75 million. The movie opens in Greece and Japan this week before releasing in China on June the 7th. It is worth noting that Fury Road was by no means a box office smash either, but the movie's popularity and Academy Awards attention is believed to have factored into Warner Brothers' decision to greenlight Miller's prequel, and they may not be quite so quick to do the same if Furiosa doesn't get a high-octane boost at the box office over the next few weeks. To say Fury Road wasn't exactly a box office smash is an understatement, because it was an absolute disaster at the box office. Didn't help that he went over budget by a lot, but whatever. So Miller and Nico Latorius, I think is what it says, has already co-written a script for Mad Max The Wasteland, which follows the titular anti-hero in the year leading up to Fury Road. However, Miller has previously acknowledged that him getting the opportunity to move forward with this next movie would likely hinge on Furiosa's success. And he said, I'll definitely wait to see how this Furiosa goes before we even think about it. Well, you're not going to be thinking very long, are you? So it's saying we're not sounding the death nail for the franchise just yet, but analysts do seem to feel that another Max adventure will be a long shot unless Furiosa manages to turn things around at the box office. There's not a hope it's turning around at the box office. Anyone that really wanted to see this movie has seen this movie. You weren't going, I won't go see it this weekend. We'll see what word of mouth is. Word of mouth on this movie is all over the place. It's very mixed. Even for the people who enjoy it, they're like, we enjoy it, but it's definitely got issues and it's not worth really going to see. That's not pushing people to the cinemas to watch this. So it's very evident and clear that this movie has pretty much ended the Mad Max franchise. Unless, and the only issue with this is there's no way Warner Brothers will go for it. Well, maybe, but unless we get the announcement that Mel Gibson is coming back for one more outing as Mad Max, where he just goes on a rampage. Doesn't need to be this old man Mad Max where he's run down and beaten and broken and everything else. No, you just have old man Mad Max, yes, but just being a badass. Just going out in a blaze of glory. And that's how you do it. There's no point doing more Furiosa movies. I can't remember, I hated Fury Road. But doesn't she die in that movie? I'm pretty sure she died in that movie. I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure she did. So you're not moving forward with the character of Furiosa if that's the case. Which I think is also why they went and did a prequel, which nobody asked for and nobody wanted, and clearly nobody wants, because nobody's going to see it. But you just announce Mad Max, Mel Gibson, going on a mad one. Yeah, you're going to get asses in seats. The only reason I said Warner Brothers might go for it is because they mightn't want to associate with Mel Gibson. That being said, aren't they the distributor and the studio behind Hacksaw Ridge? They possibly are. I can't quite remember whether they are or maybe they're not. Whoever the studio was behind that, the one thing that I thought was disgraceful about what they did with the promotion for that movie is they refused to say Mel Gibson's name and even put his name on the poster. Every time you saw a trailer or you saw the poster, it said, from the director of Braveheart and Apocalypto and stuff. You're like, why don't you just say from Academy Award winning director Mel Gibson? If they're saying, oh, Fury Road, its Oscar nominations probably gave Warner Brothers the confidence to greenlight a Furiosa prequel. Well, do you not think then that asses would be put in seats if you said the award-winning director Mel Gibson returns as Mad Max? Just saying. But by the looks of it, this box office has killed any future Mad Max movies. And we should say Mad Max and movies that are meant to be Mad Max but doesn't have him in it. So, yeah. But anyway, there you go. There's the story that's been coming out and doing the rounds now about what Furiosa Underperforming has done to the possibility of more of these movies in this franchise. So, with that, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. You know the drill by now. I'll leave it there for this one. Cheers, and I'll catch you in the next one.